A few tips on effective networking. When you network, you want to get the best value for your time, and you certainly want to reciprocate that to the other party as well. But you can only do that when you know how to network effectively, when you know what you're doing, when you know how to actually get the ball rolling and moving once it starts rolling. And in this video, I want to give you a few tips on how to become an effective networker. Let's be honest, your success will be determined by the number of mutual beneficial relationships that you will establish. Your success will be determined by the number of mutual beneficial relationships and networks that you will build and establish. Tip number one, network on purpose. Network with intention. Network with intention. Always know and understand what you want the network or relationship to do for you. Always know and understand what you want to get out of that network or relationship. Why you're starting it. Why are you establishing that relationship or network in the first place? What benefit is it going to be to you? And what benefit are you going to impart on the other party that is in that particular network or relationship with you? You will never build your network if you do not go out there and meet people. Networks and relationships always require the engagement of other individuals. Always make it a point, make it a habit rather, to attend your local seminars, workshops, gala dinners, gala events, gym event, or any event that is of interest to you, where you're going to meet people, engage with people, where you're going to meet people and engage with these particular individuals. Networking, it's all about developing mutually beneficial relationships. That's what you need to do. First and foremost, the relationships and networks, they need to be mutually beneficial. It is a learned behavior. You do not need to be an extrovert, but what you do need to have is an interest to meet other people, to engage with these other individuals. And once the relationships and networks have been established, they've been built, you need to nurture them. You need to nurture them. Make sure that once you've established these relationships, they will continue to work for you. They will continue to help you. They will continue to do what you want them to do. And in turn, you will continue to do what you're supposed to do on your side to make sure the network of relationship progresses in a positive manner. And you'll make sure that on your side, the relationship, the network, it continues to move in a positive manner. Tip number two, meet people who will help progress your agenda. Spend your time with people that will help you progress, with people that will help you move in the direction that you want. Successful people, they don't just go around meeting people for no reason. They don't just go around meeting people for no reason, because that is not helping them. That is not serving them in any way. In actual fact, that is wasting time. And successful people are very particular about the things they do, about how they spend their time, about the things that they engage in. Successful people build relations that are beneficial to all parties concerned. They are not parasitic in nature. All their relationships and networks are beneficial to everybody involved. All relationships that we build, inherent in them, are two outcomes. It's either they add value to our lives or they subtract value from our lives. Make a wise choice. Make the decision that you want your relationships and networks to add value to your life. Tip number three, always remember the 80-20% rule. 20% of whatever you will achieve in life will come from 80% of the work that you will put in. Remember that, I repeat, 20% of whatever you will achieve in life will come from 80% of the work that you will put in. Everything happens for a reason. There is a cause for every effect. It's like what Steve Jobs used to say. The dots, they do eventually connect. You might not see it now, but the dots will eventually connect. The 80-20% rule has a lot to do with emotional intelligence. If you can master emotional intelligence, that will put you in a better position to realize your goals and ambitions. And the last one, tip number 5, never fail yourself. Your success will rely heavily on your networks and relationships that you've established and built. There is no one dynasty in this world, in this planet, that was ever built by the hands of one single man or woman. All these mega companies, these mega corporations, organizations, dynasties that we know, they were never built by one single person. It was a collective effort. It's always been a collective effort. It should be a collective effort, and it's always going to be a collective effort. All these big companies, organizations that we know, and dynasties that we know or we've known, they were all built by a collective effort. These people, they came together as a collective because they knew and understood that only as a collective would they be able to build something that was going to leave a legacy, something that was going to be as big as these big corporations and organizations are. Never fail yourself. Always be prepared to request for more from life. Always be ready to accept more from life. Life will give it to you. All you need to do is ask. But even with the asking, you need to make sure that you are prepared to put in the effort to make sure that what you ask comes to pass. To make sure that what you ask, it actually manifests, it actually happens. Because if you just ask and you just sit back in your comfort zone, nothing will ever happen. Nothing ever happens from the comfort zone. So if you ask, you need to be ready and prepared to put in the work, to work for what you're asking for. Okay, so those are just a few tips on how to network effectively. For those of you who want to see the complete article, there's a link on your screen just now. Have a look at that link. Go and check out the article. And in the comment section, please let me know. Would you want to see all of this in a video format or the article is fine like that? Thank you.